Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yep, Anchor. Just looking forward to put it in the book real quick, and then we'll get started. This book is so tiny. It's hard to operate. There we go. Anchor. Settling down, stability, and security. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry I missed y'all yesterday, but if you're in the Silver Cord, you would have caught the all signs over there last night. If not, description box, find the links. Let's see what we got. Oh man, I feel fantastic today. Fantastic. Oh, let's do this real quick. Yeah, I had to do a casting. I was outside yesterday morning. I didn't do cards and coffee because I was outside yesterday morning. Sitting in the eclipse energy. Thinking about how moments like that, that's how they work, right? I was explaining it to Rob because he with all he knows in magic, he never like specifically studied the moon, you know? Meanwhile, I kind of hyper studied the moon. Anyway, so when you got a full moon with a lunar eclipse, that energy is a 2-week window, right? So you get the new moon with the full moon with the lunar eclipse, and then the new moon with a solar eclipse. And that's just the opening and closing of a cycle. It's especially in a Mercury retrograde, it's really an opening to shift your timelines, and it highlights a lot of things for you. So yeah, yesterday morning, a lot of things got highlighted for me. On what timelines I needed to shift and what things I wanted to shift to change my timeline. So forgetting oneself, surely and truly, I am decided that I will probably be backing out on some promises that I made. But this is all about closing out cycles from 2019. It's all about new beginnings. Yes, because I've been forgetting myself to spare everybody else's feelings, because that is what hyper empaths do. But we just can't help ourselves, right? We just can't help ourselves because we can feel other people's energies. Like, we really go out of our way to, make people happy. People pleasing is a huge problem, and it's not that we're doing it to make everybody else happy. We're doing it so that we don't have to feel their sadness, anger, resentment, disappointment, judgment, whatever it is. That's why you can't be passive aggressive around a hyper empath, because they actually feel the aggression. So it doesn't matter how subtle the person is or how much they joke. You can just feel that fakeness, right? It sucks sometimes, but it is what it is. My thing is, and that's what everybody has to learn upon these journeys, is the universe puts you in extreme situations with people so that you can experience extreme energies, so that you can learn how to deal with them, right? I always say this, so it's like the universe isn't punishing you. Oh, I'm sorry, that was ridiculously loud. The universe isn't punishing you. If it never put any pressure on you, how the hell would you ever know how strong you are? Right? This one. You know, he tried to explain to people that the earth is a school. It's here. It's evolutionary process for your soul. And to teach you certain lessons, you have to learn how to go through them. And like I said, in my case, it's going to be breaking some major promises over the next 6 months to people that I made. But it's promises that I made to spare their feelings. But over the years, it's promises that have been used against me. And my feelings never seem to be taken into consideration. And I'm kind of over that. So that's definitely something that I'm personally working on the next 6 months. And that's what we were working on last night. Last night was all about opening up to new timelines, right? Allowing new timelines to come in, not following these, pre-programmed timelines everybody's been sucked into for the last 2 years. I had a weird thought too. I think it was really funny when it was about 2 years ago, Mel did a video from Golden Ray Twin Flames. If you don't follow him, follow him. Go subscribe. He passed away. He's not making any more videos, but he's got a huge library that you can study from. Anyway, I think it's funny that he mentioned the twin flame thing was going to start falling apart in 2 years, and then he passed away. And sure enough, it is falling apart because you got people like that Jeb and Shalele chick, right? The lunatics that were in Vanity Fair. You got scary, culty people out there, and they're going to destroy it. And they're using it, and they're creating a very, very toxic timeline. And people that are on that journey keep stumbling into it, and it's a very hard one to get out of. Definitely also after you manifest certain amounts of connections, a certain level of connections. Alrighty. What's going on? Okay. So for the 3D, we got Strength. We got the Two of Cups. We got the Lovers. We got the Six of Cups. And we got the Three of Wands. And I don't know if I really need to interpret much of that for the 3D. The 3D, I mean, that's just absolutely beautiful, right? Strength, soul connections, stability in home, that abundant frequency, nostalgic, lovingly thinking about the past and creating new memories, and the Three of Wands, right? Learning how to juggle all this. I say this, the Ten of Pentacles was the Lovers. I do that because in this deck, it's got the two people hugging a tree. Just caught that I said that. On the 4D, we got the Queen of Swords, right? Gaining a lot of higher perspective. That's the strength that you're gaining, right? It's the strength of disciplining your own mind and taking the time to look at multiple perspectives and taking higher perspectives on things before you make decisions, like still following your intuition, but not blindly. We should never blindly follow anything. And that's a lot coming from me because I tend to blindly follow my intuition into a lot of trouble sometimes. Okay. The Seven of Cups here, right? Got to watch out for them snakes. How many people have been getting the snake messages, right? Been a lot of snakes and a lot of cat messages lately, right? So you get the Seven of Cups, right? Be mindful. He's thinking it through too before he picks up a cup. Not every cup is yours. Not every cup is meant for you to sip out of. When you drink out of everybody's cup, that's how you get sick. Ten of Swords. Where your mind wanders, is truly up to you. If you want to keep it trapped, you can keep it trapped, or you can find ways like, I like how she's standing out on the beach, right? And your mind is trapped in those toxic centers. You got to find some way to cleanse out. I always say too, I am a big proponent of the beach, the river, whatever, a lake. Not really a pond, not a pool, because it's something about living water that is super cleansing for me. And it's a strong message that I've got coming out here too, that if you're having a hard time grounding and centering because you're stuck in some kind of toxic thought pattern that has you keep re-entering the mode of feeling like the victim to something with that Ten of Swords, try to find some way to really ground yourself, right? I guess you can use like the shower because that's a running water. At least it's moving, right? But there's just something about actual living water that's not been tampered with humans that is extra cleansing, at least for me. We have the Page of Wands here. So you should definitely still keep your focus on your passions and what you find fun. Keep the fun in it, right? Try to think of creative ideas to keep the fun of it, right? With the Queen of Cups here, right? I get like a strong sense of her focusing and meditating on filling her own cup, right? I feel like if you could just take that, the higher perspective, be mindful with illusions and all this, but if you take these out, right, take that higher perspective, put a little bit of passion and creativity into it, into filling your own cup. And I just got the sense of idea of like having a lot of fun. Have fun with it. Don't be afraid to be silly. Don't be afraid to act like children or get children involved, as much as I got coming through there. On the 5D, there's definitely some judgments going on, right? Some things being settled and determined. Absolution being granted, right? Guinevere in the goddess deck is a goddess of kings, right? She pretty much is the goddess who decides who's king. Right? See how she's knighting him, right? But heavy is the crown. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? The goddess will grant your wishes, you know what I'm saying? Or God or the universe or whatever it is that you're going for, right? Is happy to give you whatever you want. It really is. It really would love to. But there is a lot of responsibility with the more that you ask for, right? The more you ask for, the more you have to take care of, right? It's like, even like having kids, one kid is easier to take care of than 2, 3, 4, 5. Like the more you have, the more you have to take care of, It's little things. I mean, like think about people when they retire. What's the first thing that they usually do when they retire? They downgrade to a 1-floor house because of stairs and things like that. And it's too much to clean and too much to dust, right? The more you have, the more you have to take care of. So just be mindful about what you wish for, right? We have the Princess of Cups here, right? So it's definitely that immature kind of loving energy, right? It's like, be mindful, like I said, of asking for too much, right? Being like, I love it so much, I'm going to ask for it without really thinking it through. I do still get the sense that you still should nurture whatever it is you are casting intentions towards. Be mindful of this, but you still got the 7 of Pentacles here. So it's still like there's still work needs to be done. There's still things that need to finish blooming, ripening. Like I'm saying, like I do with the tomatoes in the garden. I like them to vine ripen. So you have to wait till they turn red on the vine before you can harvest them. It's about timing, right? Wait for Yeah, wait for the fruit to be ripe is just a big message that I'm coming from. Wait for the fruit to be ripe and avoid temptations. Avoid temptations. I don't know why I got the saying, delayed gratification. Right? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of delayed gratification. And it's kind of like this whole era of everything that goes so fast, like TikToks are 30 seconds. Everybody's brain only goes like a few minutes. Everybody thinks their problems can be solved in 30 minutes because we've been watching 30-minute TV shows for so long. And it's like, it takes time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, it's great. On The Biggest Loser, they show you an entire week's worth of working out in 30 minutes. And then, boom, they show how much weight they lost at the end of the week, right? And then for regular people out in the world, it's like that is a hard thing to weigh versus going to a party and having cake offered to you. You know what I'm saying? Or going to the office and somebody's birthday's coming around, and things like that. And it's like, well, yeah, if you could just delay the gratification of not getting that dopamine boost from eating the cake and just wait till the end of the week, you'll feel better and healthier and stronger and everything else. But it takes more time. And that is really how it is, right? And that's the difference between also the love and abundance and the lust and greed, right? Lust and greed comes very quickly. It's a very quick gratification. The other one takes some time to truly manifest within the 3D. Right. We have forgetting oneself and new beginnings. So it's definitely taking time. If you want to have new beginnings, you have to truly remember who you are before you start making any moves. But this is definitely the start of a new major cycle now. If you took advantage of it, it's up to you. It's always up to everybody. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, because it's not for every Scorpio or Libra. It's just the ones on my web. It's a non-determinate timeline. They keep switching what they're doing, so I can't read what they're switching what they're doing. And I know some people's going to take that personally. It's like, you're not the only Scorpio and you're not the only Libra. I know, it's just, I mathematically equate shit. Anyway, I pay attention to too much stuff. So today we've got the Anchor. I like that mermaid back there. Isn't that a cool card? Get the Anchor, which is the 9 of Swords, and it's settling down, stability, and security. From the Little Mermaid, we have the Anchor from the Prince's ship. The Little Mermaid has a goal of finding her one true love. That's the prince, who represents the harbor she is seeking. There is also a note of being stuck, which is what happens when our mermaid, when she learns that there will be sacrifice and commitment required for the love to work. She accepts that she needs to be grounded in order to achieve the stability she is seeking. The treasures around this anchor reflect the rewards that will come with this safe place that she has discovered. When the anchor appears in your spread, look at what area of your life is providing stability for you. An anchor that has several unlucky cards nearby it will indicate something that is not steady or needs further support. I think it's really funny because we were actually talking about The Little Mermaid last night. I was telling Rob about the Hans Christian Andersen version of it. And there actually was a cartoon of it, like long, long time ago, back in, I guess, the 80s. My mom had all those old weird cartoons. Anyway, in the original Little Mermaid cartoon, the prince is already engaged to somebody else by the time she finds him. Right? And the end of the movie, they're out on the boat for the wedding, and her sisters come and they bring her a knife from the sea witch, and they tell her that if she stabs the prince and sprinkles the blood upon her legs, she could become a mermaid again and return to her family. And she tries. She goes all the way and sneaks down into his room, holds the knife over him, and everything, all dramatic. But and in the end, can't do it. And then she ends up jumping off the back of the boat and turning into sea foam, which was her punishment if she did not complete her task. So every time we go to the beach and see sea foam, me and my sister think about the Little Mermaid. All right, well, I guess we're good. Let me get one little oracle card for the day, just for everybody to meditate on and take with you. Take these messages as they resonate, y'all. There's definitely some sacrifice. Oh, look at these two cards got stuck in from last night. Felix Felicitas, the power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. And we got the Tree of Life, true wisdom and making good choices in life. I like that. 6-point star turned into a tree. It's a cool symbol. Back to my other deck. There we go. All right, so for today, you guys, oh man, I am such a spaz. I was doing all zodiacs. You know what? I'm gonna give each zodiac one of these, and I did it last night too, but it don't hurt to do it again, right? And since I already pulled this out, one of these days I'm going to get it together. But for today, my magic trick will just be appearing to have it together online. Not on YouTube, of course. When you're on camera, you can't help but mess up and let everybody see it. Man, the AEL girl accidentally went live for like 5 minutes while she was singing and getting ready. That shit was great. I loved it. She left it up. I'm not sure if she's edited it yet. Anyways, Aries. Don't be afraid to jump into that childlike wonder. Taurus. Intuition. Gemini. Fruition. Cancer. Rise. Leo. If you're going to get into mischief, make it fun. Start a prank war or something. Virgo. Don't be afraid to bloom and show your pretty colors. Libra. Birth. Scorpio. Let you meditate on that. Sagittarius. That pretty home. Look at that, Sag, just for you. See the music notes there? I love the art on these cards. All right, Capricorn. Joy. Aquarius. Strength. Pisces. Mystery. All right, y'all. I love you so much. I'm going to try to do an all signs here in a little bit, but I'll end up having to pre-record and load. So that should be up later on this afternoon. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. Remember, y'all, buttons and bells. Also, I did do a casting and a live reading in the Coven the Silver Cord. Got to come over to Facebook to see that stuff, though. All right. I love y'all. Blessed be. And I'll be back just as soon as I can. I promise.